What happens if you disagree with our medical expert? You want to know what happens? Come join me on this walk through the neighborhood as I tell you exactly what happens. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. It's a beautiful day today here in Great Neck, and I'm out here walking the dog. I don't know if you can see her over there. Daisy, say hello, baby. Okay. And now I have a few minutes to share this terrific information with you. So you believe that your doctor was careless and caused you significant harm and injury. And now you're trying to decide whether or not you actually have a basis for a case, a way to go forward. So you reach out to an attorney. And the first thing your attorney has to do is accumulate and gather all of your medical records. What's the next thing? The next thing is that your attorney has to go ahead, take your medical records and send them out to a medical expert to review. Now you might be wondering and saying, okay, what does the expert have to review? I know I went into the hospital without a problem, or sort of without a problem, and I came out paralyzed, or I came out with significant problems. And now I believe that something was done wrong. Okay, now we have to verify and validate that what you are saying is true. Our medical expert has to validate that yes, your doctor was careless and that his carelessness was a cause of your injury. If we are unable to validate that you have a valid case, then guess what? We won't be able to help you. So now it takes many months for us to gather all of your medical records. Finally, we accumulate all of your records, and now it's time to send it off to a qualified, board-certified medical expert, someone who we believe is very knowledgeable, very well versed in this particular area of medicine, and now we send those records off to him. Months go by. It takes this expert months to go ahead and review all these records, and finally he reaches out to us and tells us that he has completed his review of your records. He reaches the conclusion that yes, there was carelessness here. So he basically says, yes, your doctor violated the basic standards of medical care. However, he says, that didn't cause your injury. Can you imagine that? He finally concludes that yes, this doctor, your doctor, was careless, but the carelessness did not cause the injuries that you have. So what do? Well, I call you up and I say, hey, Mr. Jones, just want to let you know that our medical expert has had an opportunity to review your records, and he has reached the conclusion that we do not have a basis to go forward with your particular case. And then I begin to explain to you in detail what our expert has said. Our expert has determined that yes, your doctor was in fact careless. He did not do what he was supposed to do. Now, the next step that he has to evaluate and that we need to know about is whether the doctor's carelessness, whether his wrongdoing was a cause of your injury. It doesn't have to be the cause, but it has to be a cause. There could be multiple causes. And our expert searched high and wide, and no matter what he did, he could not find the connection, that link between the wrongdoing of what your doctor did and your injuries. And because of that, we say that there is no causation. There is no link between the carelessness and your injuries. And you know what that means? It means we cannot go forward with your particular case. Because in these malpractice cases, we have to show not only that there was wrongdoing by the doctor, we have to show that the wrongdoing was a cause of your injury and that the injury is significant or permanent. All three of those things must be present, and our expert has to confirm all three of those things in order to tell you, yes, we have a valid case and we're going to go forward and proceed with a case on your behalf. In this instance, when I tell you that the doctor has confirmed that your doctor was careless, but that there's no link, there's no connection between his carelessness and your injury, guess what? I cannot go forward with your case because now we do not have all the necessary elements to proceed forward with a valid case on your behalf. And your immediate response is, I totally disagree. I disagree with your medical expert. So I might say something like this: Mr. Jones, I totally understand what you're saying, and I recognize and understand how you feel. But let me ask you this. Are you a physician? Are you licensed to practice medicine in the state of New York? Are you board certified in this particular specialty? Have you been in practice handling cases involving patients who had this particular problem for the past 25 years? Are you considered well known in your particular field of medicine? If the answer is no, 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 and no, then explain to me how it is that you are qualified to give me an opinion that is different than our board-certified medical expert, to which I usually will get no response. Now, why is that important? It's important because if we do not have a medical expert to support your case, then guess what? Then I cannot, by law, proceed forward with a medical malpractice case on your behalf. You may disagree with our expert. You may feel that you do have a valid case. You may feel that our expert did not see all the necessary information, to which I tell you, we gave him every single record that we obtained, in which case he did, and I did, review every single page of every record that you had. In that instance, what is it that you think he's missing? And again, you typically will get a silent response because the injured victim doesn't know exactly what it was that caused their injury. So you can disagree all you want with our expert opinion, but unless we have confirmation by a medical expert who says that you do have a valid basis for a case, I will have no choice but to tell you, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. You're going to have to try and find another attorney who's now going to have to gather your medical records or obtain the ones that we obtained, and then have his own medical expert review the records to see if he reaches a different conclusion than the one that our expert did. If he's able to reach a favorable conclusion, terrific. Then you go with that attorney, you go with that expert, and you proceed forward. So why do I share this information with you? I share it with you just to give you a sense of what really happens in these medical malpractice cases here in New York. You know, I realize you likely have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you are thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but haven't done so yet because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.